Hello, my dears. Are you ready for an exercise on pleasure? Let's begin. So, taking your time to let your awareness come to your body. Feeling your body, your whole body present here and now. Feeling the body support through what you're touching. What your feet are touching. The underside of your legs, your buttocks, your back, whatever's touching. And notice if that feels good. Just to rest into support right now. Feeling your breathing. And bringing awareness into the inner area of your body, that inner area that includes your throat and your chest, your stomach, your belly. Good, all right. So with your awareness in the inner area of your body, thinking back over the last 24 hours or so, right? The last day. And recalling something pleasurable that you did or that happened to you. And it could be something very simple. Perhaps it's best if we start with something simple. Like, was it a pleasure to sink into the pillow last night in bed? Or was it a pleasure to have your coffee this morning or your tea? Did you pause to listen to a bird? Or to have a look at a beautiful flower? So recalling something, just even a small thing over the last 24 hours that you did, that brought you pleasure, that happened to you. Sensory pleasure, right? Something you saw or felt or touched. Sensory pleasure. And as you recall that right now, letting your body have the good feeling of remembering that moment of pleasure. Probably felt good at the time, and then there's another good feeling that comes from remembering it now, savoring the memory. Yeah? Good. Okay. Well, let's see if it's okay to have some pleasure right now. So maybe there's something your fingers are touching, or that they could touch. It feels interesting, good, like I'm touching this cup and it feels very cool because there's cold water in it. And just ordinarily I would just take a drink, but I'm pausing now to see if this touch feels good. Or maybe give a stretch to some part of your body that needs a stretch right now. And take some pleasure from that. Good. Yeah. So what feels good right now? And how is it to pause and let the pleasure of it come? Taking a little extra time. Not rushing past, really pausing with the pleasure. So we We did 2 already. We remembered something in the last 24 hours and we sensed something right now. Now, is it okay to have pleasure? Let's see if there's something in you that is appearing as we do this that doesn't think it's maybe okay to have pleasure. Might be a part that just doesn't believe in pleasure. Pleasure, work, should be work, not pleasure. Might be a part that doesn't feel you have time. It's worried. So if obviously, either way, it's a protector and it's worried. So let's take a little time to sense if a part like that is there. Something worried about you taking the time to have pleasure, or something else about pleasure that it worries about. Is there something like that? Lurking in the shadows, right? If there is, maybe you could say hello to it. And let it know you sense it might be worried. Taking a little time to sense what it is not wanting, right? What it's worried about, what it's not wanting to happen to you. You'll get lost in pleasure. It will corrupt you. What is it for you? What is it for this part? And when it does let you know, let it know you really hear it. Now there's probably something this part wants for you, what it wants for you. Let's take a moment to sense what that is. Let it know you hear that too. Okay, and then we're going to go on. But you have this move that we know well now with protectors. What it's worried about, what it's not wanting, what it's wanting for you. You can go ahead and do that if a protector comes again in this exercise. Okay, let's go on. All right, so now I invite you to recall a familiar pleasure, yeah? So it's something you like to do that brings you comfort and joy. I notice for me it's knitting or playing the guitar or watching a drama on TV, especially a British drama. Okay, so it's familiar. So take a moment to sense a familiar pleasure that brings you comfort and joy. Playing with my granddaughter. More, I'm thinking of more right now. So just take a moment to think of some for you. So it's a familiar pleasure. Notice, though, that it's not simply the same thing over and over, right? There's always new qualities, like I love to knit, but I'm always discovering new yarns, new patterns. I love to read. I do reread old favorites, but I also love to discover new authors, right? So many familiar pleasures are a mixture, actually, of the old and the new. And that is interesting. So take a moment to sense that familiar pleasure also has some new mixed into it, doesn't it? And as you remember the familiar pleasure with the new mixed in, notice how that feels in your body right now. Remembering that, how does that feel in your body now? And you might ask yourself, is there a new pleasure I've discovered lately? a new pleasure. I have the familiar ones. Is there a new one? So what was that like, to discover a new pleasure? Getting the feel of it as you remember it right now. And letting the feel of it come into your body and enjoying the feel of it right now. You know, some of our greatest teachers about pleasure are animals, especially cats, right? Do you ever remember seeing a cat stretching in the sun? Would you ever let yourself take a simple pleasure in being alive as it seems a cat does? What kind of animal or other creature do you know that's really been a teacher for you in how it is to simply receive pleasure? Just really receive and take it in. Let it nourish you. Pausing to get the feel of that. So our idea this week is that regeneration through taking pleasure contributes to your Big Shift project through giving you more energy, more creativity, because it's refreshing. Anytime you take pleasure in something, especially these simple sensory pleasures, you are refreshing yourself. And that's good. That's good for your sense of passion, purpose, mission, and all the things on your to-do list that you want to get done. Because if you're like me, you want to get them done efficiently and lightheartedly without a sense of stress. A pause for pleasure can really help with that. Notice if that feels right to you. So, taking your time just to feel what feels good in your body right now, what may be feeling even more refreshed because of this exercise that we've done together. And inviting those good feelings to stay with you. Noticing also, if you'd like to make an intention to be aware of pausing for pleasure in the coming week, that would be my recommendation. Pausing for pleasure. Pausing to let in simple pleasure. Good. All right. So we'll bring this process to a completion today by taking note of what you want to remember. Noticing what in your body feels good right now, open, curious, warm, connected. Inviting all that to stay with you as we bring awareness out, feeling the room around you. Thanking your body, thanking your body's process. Yum. See you later.